This is Home Daily Bible Readings for getting ready for Sunday school. We are at Once a Slave, Now a Brother, Philemon, verses 8 through 21. There's only one chapter in the book of Philemon. There are only 25 verses. And we see that Paul is talking to a slave owner about this former slave, Onesimus. Verse 8, wherefore, though I might be much bold in Christ to enjoin you that which is convenient, yet for love's sakes I rather beseech you, being such a one as Paul the aged, and now also a prisoner of Christ. So Paul, like he always does, sets up his law offices, and he begins to tell how Onesimus, the slave, is the same kind of slave that Paul is. Paul is a prisoner of Christ because he has given his all to Christ. I beseech you for Onesimus, my son, whom I have begotten in my bonds. While I was in prison, I won Onesimus over to Christ, which in time past Onesimus didn't do right, but now he is profitable to you and me. So he's profitable now because he's received Christ. Whom I sent again, therefore receive him just like you would receive me. Whom I have retained with me, that in thy stead he might have ministered unto me in the bonds of the gospel. So Paul is saying, whereas once upon a time, this man was not doing what he should have done, now that he has Christ, he ministered unto me in the bonds of the gospel. But without your mind would I do nothing. So he's really asking permission. He's really setting up court saying, look, I know he wasn't doing what he should have done. I know he wasn't who he should have been. But now he has Christ. So I'm asking on his behalf, on your behalf, on my behalf, if you will accept him as a brother, because now that he has Christ, he's going to do the right thing. That thy benefit should not be, as it were, of necessity, but willingly. So willingly take him, because now you're a brother too. He's writing to the owners, or the owners of Onesimus, and he's saying you're a brother too. Take him as a brother. For perhaps he therefore departed for a season, that you should receive him forever, not as a servant, but above a servant, a brother much loved, especially by me, but how much more unto thee, both in the flesh and in the Lord. So now that Onesimus is changed, now that Onesimus has received Christ, he's a new creature. Old things are passed away. All things have become new. If you count me therefore as a partner, receive him just like you receive me. I've written this, Paul, with my own hands. I will repay it, albeit I do not say to thee how you owe unto me thine own self besides. So Paul is saying, hey, look, if it weren't for me delivering you the gospel, you owe me the same kind of thing. You owe me. But yeah, brother, let me have the joy in the Lord, refresh my bowels in the Lord, having confidence in your obedience. So Paul is asking, but he's also telling. I wrote unto you, knowing that you will also do more than I say. So this is a classic example of love, being bought back, being brought back, being redeemed, because Paul takes this slave and Paul says, now he is a brother in the Lord. So I'm asking the slave owners, he's coming back to you, but I'm asking you to accept him above a servant, accept him as a brother. That's rich right there. Once a slave, now a brother. Home Daily Bible Readings for Sunday school. God bless.